Good morning and welcome back to Edward Doing Things. It's been a while, but we're back, and today the thing is grass cutting. So if we just have a look at the grass in this paddock here, this is the pond paddock, named because there's a pond down at the bottom of it. You can see really there isn't actually that much grass here, it's mostly just docks and general weeds. But this is what I'm hoping to do by mowing, is that through the mowing that we will discourage all of these weeds and promote this grass here. You can see here, this grass here is coming through. It is there, but it just needs a little encouragement. And so the idea is that with continued mowing, we'll get this looking really, really nice. Also, along here, you can see this line here. There was a fence that continued, so on the line of fencing here there was a return that came down here and joined up with the barn there, and I've taken that out because it actually fell down. But if you look, I'll just walk over here and look, without that fence there's actually really quite a nice vista straight through to the oak tree and then the pond beyond. So anyway, let's get mowing and see if we can sort this out. So this is the machine in question. It is a Countax A2050HE. I believe it's 2007 model. We've had it since new. And it looks, I think you'll agree, in fairly good condition for its age. It's had no repainting done. There's a little bit of rust down there and it's losing its paint on the cutter deck. This cutter deck is a 53 inch. I'm not exactly sure what that is in centimetres, probably should know. But it's a 53 inch deck, which is adequate for most of the areas around here. So the first thing we need to do is just check the fuel. I've already checked the oil and that's absolutely fine. So we can see the fuel here in the fuel tank's about just over half, so we'll get that topped up. So I also have to apologise for my hair, which is awful. We've been in lockdown and there's been no hairdressers open, obviously. So I had to do it myself, and it's a mess. So we're all fueled up now and ready to go. So let's get this baby out in the field. So if I can just show you now, so we have this area here, this little section before we head out actually into the paddock over there. So we're just going to cut this area first, all of this, and then we're going to make our way into the paddock. Okay, so this area is now done, which means we're going to head into the paddock now. I showed you earlier where I took the fence out, and you can see it now here, now that I've cut around it, that there is there's a bit of a trench here from where I pulled the chicken wire out. Now I was hoping that would just green up with weeds probably, but I was hoping that it would green up and just with running over it with the tractor it would just sort of help to level it out a bit. If that doesn't work, then you might just have to put a little bit of, get some earth and put a little bit of earth in there just to level it out, but it's not too bad. So I've just taken my jumper off because it's getting a bit warm out here now. I just wanted to show you, so what I usually do is I go around the edge a few times first. As you can see there, I'm going to go around one more time, and then we're going to start in this middle section here. And what I usually do is I do all the edges and then pick a point at one end of the field, start at the other end of the field, and then just fix that point all the way across just to draw a straight line, and then just go up and down, backwards and forwards from that. And your lines just then, when you get to the edge, just get absorbed into the cut lines. I don't know if you can actually see that very well because of the light, but there you go. You can see, there you go. You can see it now. So I'm going to do one more of those, and then we're going to start the up and downs. Start my first stripe now, and you see that ash tree there straight ahead, the big one. I'm just going to aim straight for its trunk, and that's going to be my first straight line across the So the whole area is now cut, and I think you'll agree it looks a lot better than it did. So you can see the stripes there. It's looking quite good. Now then, I don't know if you noticed in that bit of footage, but when I was going up and down doing the stripes, instead of just turning round at the ends and coming back up adjacent to the last stripe I was doing, I sort of worked from the middle out. So I did a middle and then back again, but then I came back round on the other side of that first stripe, and then you sort of work your way out from that point. And the reason I do that is because of the margins all the way round that I do first, that we were talking about earlier. Sometimes, especially with long weedy grass like this, the mower deck can miss certain bits, and if you keep coming back across, you'll eventually catch all the little bits that you didn't catch first time. It also helps with not having to do a 3-point turn at the end of each line, which can get a bit wearing after a while, but anyway, that's the reason I do it. So we're all done now. I just wanted to show you one of the challenges of cutting this particular area is how uneven it is, and the reason it is so uneven is because of the mole activity, which you can see here. You can see there's molehills everywhere. Don't know if you can actually see that. And because it's been left for a while, I mean, the history of this area is that it was a paddock for horses to graze at one point, but then it's just been left for years and years and years, and occasionally it's been cut with the mower, and then other years it's sort of been just forgotten, really. So there's a lot of weed growth and there's a lot of mole activity, and that really has just left it very uneven. So really need to get a chain harrow or maybe even some rollers on here to level it out and to make it a little bit easier for the lawnmower to get across here. But we're pretty much all done here for the day. There's plenty more grass to cut, but that will have to be for another video. So as always, like, comment and subscribe for plenty more content and plenty more videos to come. Thanks very much. See you later.